guys, thanks for joining LSWay10. Please like, share, subscribe, all the good stuff. We really appreciate it. The bees were picked up today in Murfreesboro, Tennessee. It is about an hour and a half from us with traffic. Deven got 2 hives of Italian bees, and it was how much again?
I think it was $175.
$175 a hive. So if you watched the previous video, she lost both hives this past winter. Tennessee, we get cold weather, but we normally don't get in single digits for 2 weeks straight, and we did this year, and it dropped really quick. So we think that's what took out the bees. She is going to feed them for a few weeks until everything starts blooming here. And how long do you usually feed them?
It just depends on how they're doing and how much honey they're making and how much pollen. Last year I fed through the beginning of spring. Once bloom started, I stopped, and then once the dearth started, which is like the period of time in the summer where like nothing is really going on, which is like usually June, July for Tennessee, I fed again. And then in the fall we have a bunch of things that bloom, so I stopped feeding up until it started getting cold right before winter, just to make sure they had enough honey for winter.
So just kind of keep an eye on them, and then they're going to be right next to the garden this year. They are planting some flowers and things like that in the garden. I'll kind of show you all that. And then that's part of the garden. And then they have a really good water source here. There's several ponds out here. If I took a little drone up, you'd see probably 5 ponds right here in this area. In this, everybody has a lot of land here, and everybody's got little ponds out. So just kind of want to show you where they're going to be at, and then I'll show you the bees. Okay, so where they were just like this, nothing was around them.
Yeah, so this is basically like an artificial swarm. So they take a new queen, a mated queen, and they put it with a bunch of nurser bees and different, bees from an already established hive. Like they'll do a split. They'll take out half of their worker bees and put a new queen with it, and then they create an artificial swarm. So that's what these are. It's just a 3-pound, I think it's 3-pound bee package. So you're literally just paying for the bees. You can also get...
So you basically got 3 pounds of bees.
Yeah, which ends up being like tens of thousands of bees. And so whenever you do it this way, you should already have some sort of drawn out comb, which we have from last year's bees.
In the previous video, I showed the comb that's already in there. I won't show y'all that again because it's on the first video we did about the bees. So they do have something already started for them.
Yeah, and I did leave some of the like more blank frames, a couple, so they still feel like they have room to build more comb. But it takes 10 times the amount of energy to produce wax, or like comb, beeswax, than it does to create honey. And so this will kind of give them a jump start with a fresh hive, fresh swarm, so hopefully we can have a healthy hive going into winter this year. But yeah, so this has a new mated queen in there and a bunch of bees. So they're taking care of her right now. You can see in the box, I don't know if you can zoom in far enough.
I see a metal one.
Like if I shake over here, they're all attached on top of each other.
Oh, that's crazy.
Around the queen.
That's all thick bees.
Just thick
Yeah.
bees on top
So you
of
see
each
how
other.
wide this is? That's all bees in there. And then what is the metal thing?
Here. So the metal thing is sugar water or syrup, so that they have something to eat. They can last days and days in these boxes. Last year I got them shipped from Georgia, and they shipped them in the same exact box.
Yeah.
But this will have the queen attached to it, the queen cage, and then that can is just sugar water. So we'll take that out and install them.
So we are long sleeves on, socks up over our pants. We don't have bee suits on. You do have a bee suit, don't you?
No, I just have a veil.
Okay.
Last year I didn't really need it. I mean, I got stung a couple of times when I tried to get out there when the weather was bad. But they don't really want to sting you. They're gonna die if they sting you. So they're, as long as you're not like
swatting on us like that,
fast, things like that, or if you have like a really aggressive hive. But last year mine were pretty mild, so I really just wear long sleeves. I wear like a tank top under my long sleeve, so that like if they do get up under my shirt, they're not like right on my skin.
And I'm not like scared of them, but like your first instinct is you want to swat.
Yeah.
And so you can't just swat.
Well, and my biggest thing is them trying to come towards my face. And I have had them like get in my veil with me before.
And they've got between your glasses and I think last year, like I said in the first video, the post office went to them, she went and picked them up, and they were some in her car and stuff. But you can kind of see You can hear them too. I don't know if you can hear them from the wind, but. And then you're going to smoke them a little bit to calm them down, right?
Yeah, but I'm going to fill up the feeders first.
Okay, yeah, so sugar water, she does 1 part sugar, 1 part water.
Yeah.
Some people, she said, do 2 part sugar.
Yeah, they recommend different amounts or like different ratios depending on what time of year it is and kind of what's going on in your hive. But I did 1-to-1 all last year and they seemed to like it just fine. And I didn't have any issues, so we're gonna do it again this year.
And then these are, can you pull one of those out first? This is the feeder. And
it's just a black.
And how often do you have to do that?
I mean, it's hard to get out of there once you get it
sorry.
in there because it's got propolis in it. But, yeah, it's just a black feeder. It's just plastic.
I hadn't seen them before.
Yeah, it has like these little, I don't know if I can pull it out because this is one I used last year.
It's
so
alright,
the
I can kinda
propolis
see
is
down
stuck, but it has like a little mesh in there so that they can crawl down in there and get the sugar all the way to the bottom without drowning or losing a bunch of bees. And then, like I said, this, I already have a bunch of drawn out comb. There's some frames that are only like half drawn out. The only negative part of this is on my 8 frame one, I have to take 2 frames out, so I'm only leaving the bees 6 frames.
Could you not put another stack on there?
Once I fill it up, I can put another one on there, but then you're kind of like building the hive tall before it's like ready.
So you want them to fill that up before they start on the next box?
Yeah.
So she has boxes that sit on top of these, or 2 or 3 boxes on top of these to make them taller. But like she's saying, she likes to get them built out in one box before she starts another box. That way they're not so spread out.
Well, if they're trying to cover a bunch of ground, that's when you have to worry about hive moths and hive beetles, and I don't want that problem.
So we do have wind here, and last year we had a really bad, like almost straight line winds. I don't think it was a tornado. We did have a tornado come through, and so straight line winds that knocked our hives over and actually pushed them over in water. But they made it through that. But she moved them over here away from the trees this year, and then she'll put a ratchet strap over them through the bricks and blocks to kind of help them with the wind and stuff, because we do get some crazy wind here. We're fixing to start our like tornado season, so.
Yeah,
So she's gonna fill those up. And how often do you say you fill them up?
I could. They would probably eat it every 3 days. I physically usually only get out here like once a week and fill them up. But this is 10 pounds of sugar split between the 2 hives.
Yeah, 10 pounds of sugar. What's that cost right now?
I don't even know.
You buy it at Walmart?
Yeah, I don't remember.
Yeah. It's not cheap.
It's not cheap, especially.
I've been out of sugar for weeks just because like I go to the store, I don't think about it, but then you look and you're like, $5 for a little bag of sugar. That's crazy.
Especially because you go through that every single week.
Yeah.
And you could go through more. And I only have 2 hives, so people who are feeding multiple hives, that's when it gets kind of expensive. But once the hive gets established, you don't really have to do this.
And we have stuff starting to bloom here. Do they eat the trees, you think? The pollen from the trees?
Yep.
So we have a lot of trees blooming here right now. I don't know. There's not one right around us really close, but everywhere. And there's some flowers up right now, but not a lot. So we're just going to fill these up and then add the bees, right?
Yep.
Okay. Is that hard to light?
Sometimes. Sometimes I have to put a piece of cardboard in there. Other times, not so much.
Ladybug. I wonder what causes them to calm down from the smoke.
It really just hides their pheromones. So they send off like emergency pheromones, and the smoke like masks it. So like they have an alarm smell. People say it smells like burnt honey.
I bet it smells like
Or
that
like
thick
burnt
stuff that's on there.
toasted sugar. Like brown sugar.
And that just warns the other bees.
So windy. It warns the other bees there's danger. It like calls them back to the hive. Like they can smell it from miles away, and they'll come running back to the hive, like flying back to the hive.
These are your beekeeping tools?
They're called hive tools. I don't have an expensive veil or anything fancy. This is all bought off Amazon. It doesn't fit great, but it does the job.
Yeah, we need to join some beekeeping groups or something. We don't really have a. She's kind of figured out this as she's been doing it. She's figured out these things, what works best and what not. You want to tuck your hair?
Yeah, I will. I gotta get all tucked in. People are driving by. This is what's funny because I wonder what people are thinking as they drive by me.
Yeah, they live. This is part of their land here, and it goes back kind of the tree line and the pond. And then they have a house and barn, a couple little barns, and but it's pretty quiet out here. It's all farmland around them. So what are you going to do?
Okay, so I'm going to do my best to gently pry off this piece of wood and then free this strap, and then I'm going to pull the queen and the sugar out while I try my best not to let too many bees out.
Okay.
And then I'm going to get the queen secure, and then I'm going to just shake the bees in there.
Okay. Sounds like a plan.
It sounds nice and calm and like it's going to go great.
Yeah.
But the likelihood of that is pretty minimal. Definitely probably going to get some drama because this wind is not cooperating today.
Is there a screen over that thing?
Oh, it's the cans in place. So that's what that looks like.
That's not catching the box on fire, is it over there? Okay. He really got to smoke it. I was like,
Very dramatic.
Yeah. I was worried. What is that?
This is attached to the queen cage, so you don't want to break her off. Really should have brought some scissors. But here we are. Alright, so we're going to move them over here.
To work with those gloves on too.
It is. Some people like to use like surgical gloves. I do that one time. And a couple times I just go barehanded, but I don't know how angry they're going to be. We got storms rolling in, rain rolling in.
Tuck your shirt in the front. Good.
So I'm going to try our best to smoke under the screen with the wind blowing.
Other side. Turn them back.
Well, this is the direction the wind's going. It's just. I always smoke my gloves too, because leather and different fabrics can hold on to like their pheromone. So if you have like a hive that tries to attack you every time, it's probably because you smell like their alarm pheromone. And I obviously don't wash my gloves very frequently.
So that's all you have to really smoke them?
Well, it's not working great, so
Okay.
I'm just gonna go with it.
Do you need me to do it while you're doing that? something, and then
She's in a cage.
oh, but they're right there too.
Yeah.
All right.
Cooking.
So I just need to slide
Yep.
this.
Already squishing bees.
Yeah, I see them.
Bring it over here.
Over where?
Should be more worried about her. Here, you hold that. I'm gonna let some out, and that's okay, but I just don't want to let more out than we
Okay.
have to. Alright. Oh, don't drop
Oh,
the queen.
I think it had that little crease in it. Oh my goodness.
Alright, so there she is. I'm gonna move these guys. We've stirred them up.
I can hear them holler at me. I do not have a suit on, by the way, or a hat or anything, so I'm just trying to hold my little hoodie around my face as best I can. So they're not going to follow that because she's in there? Oh, there's several in there.
Yeah, those are her.
Oh, that's her dot, the one with the dot?
Uh-huh.
They put that on her, right?
Yep.
So what's the other ones in there with her?
Those are just ones that help take care of her. You can see they're building wax in there. She's mad, which she should be.
So you just put her in between some frames
Yeah.
and let her hang for a few days?
Let her hang out for a few days. Make sure they start making a home before we let her out, and that they accept her because she's new to them.
Mm-hmm.
So, this is gonna be I'm just gonna wedge her in here. We can get her to fit.
Oh, you found one that don't have as much stuff on it?
It's a little bit tight with the feeder in there too,
Mm-hmm.
so a little bit harder.
Can you find one that don't have as much stuff on it? You didn't put your gloves back on.
I know. Make sure they can get to her too. Now I'm gonna put my gloves on because this is a dangerous game too. I'm gonna have to shake them all out. Where did I put them?
I think you're back on the truck. Mm-hmm.
And that was only a little bit of them.
Yeah, look at all of them trying to get in there.
So this is the can in there, and it still has lots and lots of sugar in it, but like you see, it only has two tiny little holes in it.
How do they get it out of there?
They
Just drink it underneath
yeah,
it?
just drink it. They don't want it to be too big because then all the sugar will like dump out.
Oh, so you can leave that around somewhere for them too.
Well, and some people just open it and like pour it in a feeder and just use it. I didn't bring a can opener.
I am getting swarmed. I'll back up just a little bit. I don't remember the last time I've been stung by a bee or wasp. I shouldn't say that, probably one just went in my hood. I really don't remember.
Alright. Now that they smell her in there, they should theoretically all want to go in there.
Are we gonna let this one rest for a little bit before you get out the other one?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. I've seen this happen so many times, but never in person. I got them all over my legs. Look at that. They're so noisy too. Look at all of them. How many do you think you lose in the transport? And just...
This one was really good. Last time there was
Sorry, I got bee in my hood.
a little bit at the bottom, but they had also been, you know, transported for a long time to get to me, all the way from Georgia. Like I think it was like a 4 days in a post office, or you know.
Oh yeah.
And transport. These were just available today, so you gotta think they weren't. They haven't been in here very long.
They are mad. You think they'd be happy they're getting a new home?
Only they understood.
I wonder if the neighbors were like, "Oh crap, they got bees," or if they're happy.
I don't know. Nobody's ever said.
If they're
anything.
smart, they should be happy. But and there's bees around here somewhere, because if you guys watched the previous video, when she was coating the hives, the boxes, there were honeybees all around it. So
Just trying to encourage them down to the bottom of the box.
you think they like a specific color? Because a lot of bee seeds I see are white.
So they say that they're aggressive depending on what color. Like you don't, like a lot of people say, like if you wear all black, you'll have issues. I say I'm wearing black leggings.
Well, I'm wearing a black hoodie and black leggings. I thought about that when I got dressed, but I was like, I'm
Some
sorry.
people say like red makes them like agitated. There's a lot of studies on it. There's also a bunch of studies on the fact that like if you talk to your bees, they start to recognize like the cadence of your voice and your face. Like they'll actually can recognize your face. So they won't see you as a threat if you've worked with the same hive for like years and years. Like even their offspring won't see you as a threat because they have it like coded in their DNA that you're not there to like hurt them. That's why it's like important to be like gentle with your bees and you know, to care for them, feed them, that kind of thing. Because they know you're gonna leave them alone, like you're just there checking on them. But they're super smart, even down to like how they handle hive dynamics and stuff is super interesting. So a lot of them have come out, but not all of them. We're gonna see if we can shake some more out.
And then she's putting off a noise the whole time, so they want to go towards her, right?
She has a scent.
Oh, okay. So are you just putting them by the opening?
Yeah. See if we can get them to calm down a little bit.
In the little holes in the bottom of that opening?
Yeah, I put a reducer on there, which I'll probably...
Because that comes off eventually, doesn't it?
You don't have to.
Because I've seen them in the summertime when it's real hot, they'll sit on that ledge and they'll all just buzz flapping so the air goes up in the hive. It's really neat. I'll try to bring y'all back for that, but it's kind of neat.
Once the hive is strong enough to like fight off like robbers and stuff, then they will, I'll open it, especially when it's like super hot, just to help them with ventilation.
Mm-hmm.
But
Would the other bees kick about, you think?
Oh gosh. Got me on video falling.
I didn't get it.
No, just patience.
Alright, so we're gonna wait a little bit and then start the other one. Just gonna try to still coax them out of there. They are just everywhere, guys. I mean, most of them went in there, but you can kind of see all of them on the top of that thing. They are swarming everywhere.
Marching up though, like they're
Yeah.
trying to find her.
They're still going in the top too. Do you have anything to go over the top, or it just stays like that?
No, I have a lid to go over it, but I was trying
Oh,
to
I
encourage
gotcha.
the ones
Yeah.
flying.
Like,
You see how they're flying
that's
and
a
dropping
lid,
in
yeah.
there? If I wanted to make it dark and comfortable where they want to go in there, but I wanted them to still be able to enter from the top and bottom. But you can see them on the top all like filing in finally.
Yeah.
I'm glad I have a dark space.
Yeah.
They don't like being
Yeah,
out
they're
in the
almost
open.
they're almost out of the box now. Like she said, it just takes a lot of patience. Which we don't really have a lot of patience, but
I think it's
I
relaxing.
think it's relaxing and
Like the
yeah.
sound of it and like the, I don't know, there's also a bunch of like studies on just the sound of the bees buzzing and like the smell of a hive is supposed to be really good for your like health and nervous system too. But I think it's relaxing.
So she's a nurse, so her job is very stressful, and this is kind of her hobby.
They come down here, they're in the entrance doing it.
What are they doing?
So they're like fanning, like they're like calling everybody home. If you see this bee right here,
Yeah.
all of the bees will start
Oh, it's
facing
got
the
its butt
same
up in the air.
direction. And if you can see down in the hive they're doing it too, all the way back.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh, that's strong. But smell almost all
I wonder how they know they're missing friends.
and they can smell them, hear them.
Look at that. So they're literally just sitting there fanning, making a noise to
Yeah,
get.
you can see them on the top doing it too.
Yeah.
They're letting everybody know this is it. She's in here.
Okay, so what is that little plate called you just put back in there?
It's an entrance reducer, and after a couple days, I'll open it up to the bigger slot. But the bees have a lot of enemies. Like they'll have robber bees, they'll like wild bees or local bees that will try to go in there and like kill, like get their honey. They'll also have like ants that are trying to get in there to get the honey and just different things. So until the hive is like established and they have really good numbers and they're really healthy, it just helps reduce the risk of other pests getting in there.
Because then they're just guarding that hole.
Right, which they're going to guard it anyways. It just takes less effort to guard a smaller entrance, right?
Right.
So, like if a wasp or like the big bumblebees try to go in there, they'll have a harder time and an easier, like the predator will, and they'll have an easier time guarding it because they can catch it when it comes in.
All right, here goes the second set. And what'd you tell me a minute ago it keeps them from mixing hives?
The queen smell. All smell. The queen smell's already all over them, so they should have direct scent to her. There's also, they like go out in the mornings once they get established and they do like orientation flights. And so based on where they're at, they'll be able to like differentiate which hive is theirs and also the smell. They recommend, some people recommend painting them, but then we have friends who are commercial bee.
Theirs are painted.
They're painted, but they're all painted the same colors.
You think? I thought they had some different colors,
They
but
would all be in the same.
I think they just did that to protect the boxes.
Yeah, no, they paint them to protect the boxes,
Yeah.
but they say they recognize patterns and colors too. So you can also do that if you're worried about it. I didn't have any problems last year, so I'm not going to worry about it. There's enough other things to worry about.
Yeah, while we were waiting on the bees to go in the first hive, we were talking about like neighbors. This bothers neighbors, and like if they're smart, they'll appreciate it. and then she just had a neighbor stop and ask her, "You got bees?" And he's like, "Want honey?" And
Well, last year I had my bees behind the house.
yeah, so they were kind of tucked in the little area behind the house. So unless you pretty much pulled in their yard, you wouldn't really see them. And this time she has them like out in the open.
And I don't have a lot of neighbors.
Right.
Not close enough.
But like she was saying, you can't really plant them underneath the trees. Like you would think back there by the pond would be a really good place, but it stays wet around the pond. And then the trees, they can get beetles and what else you say? Hive beetles and
then just like mold and like temperature control.
Yeah, so she likes to keep them out in the sun. And then also like she had some branches falling on last time too when we had that bad storm or tornado maybe. We think it might have been a tornado, but
it was a straight line down my
yeah,
backyard.
straight line wind.
Half of my trees, and then it threw my bees about 15 feet upside down.
And if you've ever lived where you get like a lot of straight line winds and tornadoes, sometimes straight line winds are worse than tornadoes, just saying. But so she's putting my hair open, and I'll try to, when they're settling in, I'll go back out and kind of show you how it's in the open. But now driving by you can see them. I'd be worried about, I guess you don't really have to worry about somebody stealing them, huh? I just would have hit my head.
Oh gosh, they're coming out.
Oh.
I need your help. Alright, friends. Okay.
Oh yeah, they're coming out here big time. You didn't put your gloves back on?
I can't do gloves during this part.
I'm holding that thing, so.
It should be a paper. So remember, don't drop it. Try to pull it out.
That's what I'm saying.
Look, I'm jumping like they're sticking me in there and all it.
I've not jumped once other than the one started going in my hoodie. And I didn't want to swap. I think I felt one coming up my back. I did not put a tank top on, so I do think one's crawling out my back. But that's okay. I heard it's good for you. They sting you, so.
It's good for arthritis.
Yeah, and I got arthritis, so. You need to pull it out more straight because it's hanging on this side.
Turn. Stuck on all
I think
sides.
they'd come up with something better than that. Okay, there they are. Am I still holding this? Okay.
Here we go. It's coming out. So is everybody else.
Ooh. Is that wax around her? Around the box?
Yeah, they start building wax in there. Like honey. Try not to jostle her too much. They're not wanting to leave her alone. There she is.
I think on this side, there's not as much. You got some space there.
Hi, sister.
There should be enough there, but she's watching out for this. And there she is.
For the fun part.
Don't put your gloves on. Your smoker's still going. You got one on the inside of your legs. Don't close your legs too close together. Oh, look at that. That is the coolest thing. Yeah, it doesn't look like there's near that many in the box. Do you like spill them out?
They're all piled on top of each other.
Yeah.
Have you ever seen like a swarm video?
Yes, I love
How many
them.
are on there?
I watch those all the time. Ooh, these are feisty. They're really getting me. Ooh, what just went my hoodie? Stealing my hoodie. Yeah, I barely have. Let me see if I can.
Look at all of them.
Yeah.
This is a smaller hive too, so this is an 8-frame hive. The other one's 10-frame. I didn't know
So
when
they're gonna fill it up quick.
first started which one I would like better, so I was like, let me get one of each. The 8-frame hive did way better last year as far as honey storage than the 10-frame. So I do have a medium to put on this.
Oh, I just got stung on my forehead. On my forehead.
Oh no.
Oh, it's still in my hoodie. Hang on, I'll be right back.
It's in your hair.
I can feel it too. Oh gosh.
Okay.
Yep. It's stuck in my hair. Another one. I'll try to get it out.
Okay, it flew off.
No, I hear it in my hair. All right. I'm still recording. Sorry, guys.
I wish you had a recording from this direction.
I know, right? Where did Kaylee go? She could have been recording us from a distance, so
She's not coming anywhere near it. She goes inside when I'm working with them.
yeah.
She says she's allergic.
Well, I don't know. Like I said, I don't remember last time I got stung. Those are mean ones. They're getting me again. And I pulled my hair down to get that one out of my hair, and now they're just landing back in my hair again. So this is fun. I'm gonna pull my hair up and come right back. All right, so I got stung on my forehead. Can you see it right there? I think the stinger is still in there, but you can see I'm in a light, like just hoodie, and just try to keep it wrapped like this while I'm filming. I feel bad for the bee. And then one got in my hair, so I had to let my hair down. Then I put my hair back up. Another one got in my hair. So it's fun. I just feel bad for the little bee. Yeah, so much fun. The neighbor's probably having a good time watching us. He probably got home and made him a pizza and sitting on his front porch. But those were very, you sure they're the same kind? Because those were a lot more aggressive.
They're both Italian bees.
They're probably here in the other ones, and they're fighting for their home right now.
I also think there's a storm cloud rolling because I keep hearing random things like sounds like thunder.
Yeah. So I don't know why it couldn't sting me in my elbow or my hip right now. My arthritis is really getting me. You think it would help with my arthritis that it's stung in my forehead? I had one up the back of my shirt earlier and it didn't even sting me. It may still be rested in there. Have you gotten stung yet?
Not today.
Yeah, they don't want to sting you, just saying. It's not their intention.
I also think it's funny that you got stung like 20 feet
Yeah.
away. And
I wasn't 20 feet away when I was right there by the hive.
Oh, I thought you were.
I
further
backed away when I was trying to pull my hoodie off. I was right in front of you. But they were swarming wide this time and like just feisty.
They also probably smell like smoke at this point.
Yeah. So we're just on coax season here the same way as the others. And we'll see how long it takes to get them all in there. Anything else you want to add?
I don't think so. In a couple days, like a day or two, I'll come out here and pull the corks on the queens. Sorry.
And that's just, there's a cork stuck in the end of that little
some
thing.
people put like some bee companies put a sugar cube on one side, so when you pull the cork, they have to eat through the sugar. So you can just like like pull the cork right away. This didn't have a sugar cap on it, and so, and I didn't have anything to put in it. Like some people do, like maybe marshmallows they'll stick in the hole. I didn't have anything like that, so I'm just gonna come out here and just pull the cork in a couple days. But they'll take care of her until then, but that makes them accept her as the queen of the hive, so that they don't like immediately try to kill her whenever you like let her out. So just kind of make sure they stay here.
Yeah.
They're all up here in the corner. I'm trying to get them out.
I don't see too many with their butts up in the air.
They're at the entrance over here. As soon as we got the camera going, I can't see him anymore. There he is. A drone is a male bee, and if you look over, well, let me find him. He was right here somewhere. There's a big old bee in there. It's like twice the size of the other bee, so that's a male bee. So only female bees can lay drones because they're not mated. Their eggs not fertilized, so they can only lay male bees. Whereas a female bee, a queen bee has been mated by different drones. There's one right there. That's a drone bee. See how much bigger he is than the other ones? So he will fly the hive when he gets old enough and go mate with other queens in the area. But you see how fat he is? He's like twice the size. Their only job is to mate. They don't stay in the hive very long. They don't contribute anything really to the hive, but they are good for mating. And one queen can mate with, I think it's up to like 20 plus different drones. And unfortunately they die after they mate. So she'll go on a flight and mate with all these different drones and bring all that different DNA back to the hive. And then that drone dies and another worker bee makes another drone at some point. And you can see the difference in drone brood versus like the queen's brood, but there's some up close. A regular bee. No. It's an unfertilized larvae. Like sitting here and watching them. And if you look in the hive, you can see they're all fanning to let everybody know, hey, come this way. Alright, so they're almost all in there. You can tell these are almost all in there. And there's just a few left. And then what are you going to do? Put the top on them and leave them alone for a couple days? Yeah. So they got sugar water in there. You know what? Yeah, do that and then I'll release the queen. Yeah, so she'll have to change the sugar water out in a couple days and then she can release the queen at that point. There you go, only one bite. And of course it was me. She's down there barehanded. But
Thanks for joining LSY10. Please like, share, and subscribe.